Hey guys, Tiffany Chu here for CGS TV. We're at SIGGRAPH 2015, and today I'm here talking with Thanassis, and we're at the Maxon booth at the launch of the Cinema 4D. So Thanassis, can you tell us a little bit about the new features that we can expect?
Yes, indeed, Tiffany. So I'm Thanassis, or Noseman, as you'll find me on the internet. And R17 of Cinema 4D has introduced some great features. So we've introduced a very powerful take system, which is just something more than a take system. We have new spline tools, we have the Houdini engine integration, we have lens distortion workflow for our camera tracker, we have great sculpting improvements, a new color chooser, SketchUp integration, so we can open up SketchUp files and they have a proper geolocation and they work with our own physical sky out of the box. We have great animation improvements for the timeline. So the main feature for me is the take system, because it's a workflow enhancement that will save users of all disciplines a lot of time. It's pretty much an improvement that will save tons of time, because it's used in the following way. You can save different iterations of your object and your scene and your render settings in one document. Now, the problem with it is that it's so simple, it's very difficult to explain what it does, because it's very simple in concept, but it's so extremely powerful that I believe that users need to get their hands on R17 when it's available, either get the proper version or get the demo version and try it, or as a first step, you can always go on the internet, go to Cineversity and check out those videos and see all these features as they are being presented by the genie artists of Maxon.
Well, that's great. So it sounds like a lot of new features are being integrated inside of Cinema 4D. So what would you say for artists and professionals who are more used to other types of software? Why should they try Cinema 4D instead of those programs?
Well, for us Cinema 4D fanboys, this is there's an obvious answer. It's the easiest, the most stable, and I would say the most productive of all 3D software. It's artist friendly, it doesn't crash ever, and I guess it will only crash if you throw your computer out of a window or something. But generally, it's very easy to use, it's simple to use, it's fun to use, and you just go on the internet and look at all the fantastic stuff that's been made by Cinema 4D artists, and then look at them and see how good they look, how shiny their skins are, and how happy they are.
That's awesome. So for people who are interested in modeling, such as myself, what are some new features that we can expect from the launch of R17?
Well, we have great enhancements on the spline tools. So now our splines in some aspects are better than Adobe Illustrators. And not only that, the developers have incorporated a sort of spline sculpting tools. So not only you can draw Bezier splines as we already know them, or manipulate them in better ways, but you can actually use brushes to sculpt the splines, which as you understand, it gives great artistic flexibility. Plus the fact that we have enhanced spline booleans now that are absolutely fantastic. Maxon has done a great job incorporating them. And our sculpting improvements are great for modelers. We have edge detection and all sorts of other things. I can't get into too many details. There's so many things. That's why I advise you to go on Cineversity or just scour the internet for all sorts of videos from users or Maxon that have all these features shown.
That's so exciting. I can't wait to try that out. Sculpting. So for people who are interested in effects, how about that? Any new features with Houdini and such as?
Okay, so the Houdini integration. As I don't know if you know, but Houdini was on public beta for a couple of months, and from R17, it's actually going to be integrated in Cinema 4D right out of the box. Now, mind you, that does not mean that you get Houdini or the engine with it. This is just a plug-in. So if you have the engine, or you have the engine, the indie version, or the proper Houdini engine, you can use it as it is with your licensing. Or you can go download the installer and have a trial version of the engine and try it out. But the plugin itself is part of the installation of R17 now. And I advise you, again, to try the Houdini integration because it's extremely well integrated, and it allows you to extend Cinema 4D without having to know how to code. As long as you have access to anyone that can create an asset or any assets from the Orbolt store, which is the online store for side effects, you can take these assets and immediately just open them inside Cinema 4D, and they work with all the bells and whistles of Cinema 4D. MoGraph, Espresso, materials, deformers, anything you can imagine. It's extremely well integrated, and kudos to the developers that did that.
Well, that's really great. It sounds like it's very accessible for people who are both used to using Cinema 4D and also newcomers who just want to give it a try. So I know R17 is still new and the Houdini plugin is still in beta. So what kind of support or help can new users expect to find in the new release?
Well, it's going out of beta. So by the release, it's going to be supported fully. So your normal channels are through the different forums, like CG Talk is a great repository of information for all things Cinema 4D. And of course you can go on the side effects forum, and there's a specific sub-forum where I'm actually the person giving the technical support, and you post your problems there. And if there are any bugs, which I doubt it, but if there are any bugs, through the normal Maxon suggestions button through Cinema 4D, and the normal channels. And I have made a commitment to try and make or find a way to have as many Houdini digital assets for Cinema 4D users available. And I think it's going to be through Cineversity. So I'm working with Maxon US to try and achieve that. It may not be available right at launch, but as we go, we're going to offer more and more and more assets for users. And we are working very closely with side effects as well for the creation of assets to solve all sorts of problems currently.
Well, that's right. So you heard it from the man of authority, Thanassis, who is also a certified Maxon instructor. Thank you for talking with us today at SIGGRAPH, and this has been Tiffany Chu for CGS TV. Thanks for watching.